Now, look, and then we talk about Deshaun Watson, and this is getting dragged on for weeks and weeks and weeks and
Hold
weeks.
on, motherfucker. One guy who probably bumped this is some fucking yoked ass, angry ass fool, and then some other motherfucker that was getting young ladies off of goddamn Instagram, and now it's up to 22. Fuck, bro. Like if it was 1-1, right? And then now, you know, the first Jane Doe came forward, and I think the second Jane Doe came forward so they could look at the stuff and discovery from law
I
perspective.
don't believe that bitch at all.
It doesn't matter. You know what the problem is? She asked for money, and so that's going to be defamation, and they're going to figure out a way to fucking discredit her thing. Listen, if you feel violated, you are violated. Okay? That's the end of the story.
No. Can't be in the story.
Hold on, wait.
You have to be violated in order for it to be violation. You can't feel violated.
No, you can.
No, you can't.
In this world now, you can.
No, fuck this world. No, it can't be that way.
Listen, how about this? He showed her his pee-pee. She didn't want to see it. Violation. Flag on the play. Holding 20-yard penalty.
So you know what happens? You should do. You turn around. You leave. You call your mom. Hey, or your sister, or your boyfriend, or your husband, or whoever the fuck you call, and say, "Hey, listen, I'm really comfortable."
So you say there's a little bit of a gray area because they might have decided.
No, it's black and white. If you ever got a massage, if you never got a massage, I'm explaining to you very carefully. You go, you lay down. You come into the room. Once you come into the room,
let's start from the beginning. You come into the room.
You come into the room. The masseuse says hello, blah blah blah. How you doing? What areas of your body do you work on today? Also, I'm gonna step out the room while you prepare to lay down on the table. Dress to your level of comfort. And lay under the sheets.
Sheets, by the way, not towel.
Correct.
Sheets.
But I'm saying if he's in his own house, I'm pretty sure he's coming to the masseuse table in a towel.
That's the smallest fucking towel on the planet.
All right. Now, let's say if you're there.
I'm sorry you fucked it up.
So let's say if you're there, right? And he's naked and you feel uncomfortable, you would say, "Hey, listen, Mr. Watson, I'm uncomfortable, you're naked."
Okay.
Professional or anything, if you feel a situation is uncomfortable. Now, if you say, "Mr. Watson, I don't feel comfortable that you're naked," and he says, "Oh, well, deal with it," then you know what you should do? You leave.
That's flag on the play, or still not flag on the play?
You leave, but she can say, "Hey, listen, don't do massages with Mr. Watson because he likes to be naked under the covers."
Well, I think girl 21 or 22, that was her approach.
Correct. There's a few of them.
Maybe I should make a segment called that. Cause for pause is that story's congruent with about 20 women about making them all feel uncomfortable. So there's kind of
feeling uncomfortable is not against the law. You feeling uncomfortable.
Okay.
If he runs out of his house, runs down the block, and he's butt ass naked, that is against the law. You cannot do that.
Right.
If he's in his crib, about to get a masseuse, which he's probably gotten hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, but naked, he doesn't anything of it. And now let's say out of 500 women, 450 had sex with him, consensual sex. And again, we're gonna go by numbers. 450 have sex with him. Or let's say there's 1,000 women, and whatever 25, 30 women come out and say, he made me feel uncomfortable. That you feeling uncomfortable has nothing to do with, did he grab you, put you down on the table, and have sex with you? Did he force you to have sex? Did he force you to give him fellatio? Did he force you to do these things? If you, by feeling uncomfortable, is not the same thing. You can feel uncomfortable if you're in the street and you hear somebody have a negative conversation.
But that's the thing. In the workspace, if you felt violated in the workspace, and let's say you and me were in the motherfucking water cooler, chomping it up, and we say something crazy, we could get fired because we made somebody feel uncomfortable.
Okay, but you don't go to jail, and you don't go in. It's not sexual assault. It's not assault and battery. It's not assault and battery. If I said, "Yo, I'm gonna punch Mike in the face today,"
it's not rape. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if I say, "Yo, I'm gonna go today," I'm talking to you, or I'm talking to somebody, I say, "Yo, I'm gonna go punch Dustin in the face today." You cannot then go to the courts and say, "Hey, I want to charge this guy with physical assault." Doesn't work that way.
Or conspiracy for assault. Before we get out of this, because we haven't even came back to Deshaun shit in a minute. Where would it be that it would be a slippery slope like that? Because this is the thing, right? The Me Too movement has a lot more to do with powerful men using their power to kind of solicit sexual favors. Does that play anywhere in the argument?
First of all, any woman, it's basically a business transaction. I think any of those situations that a woman says that she felt like she was being taken advantage of, I think it's bullshit. Because I don't see any of those celebrity women giving back all their money. I don't see any of them tell them to take the names of all those movie roles. I don't see it losing makeup deals or anything along those lines. Now, if you have a man who is forcing themselves on you, pinning you down, holding you, and sexually abusing you in that way, that's a cause for pause. Or doing the Bill Cosby route, drugging you and then having sex with you. Okay. But if I say, hey, listen, do you want to have your own role? Do you want to be a fucking movie star?
Yeah, knock and blow me in. You got to.
And then you have the decision to make.
This is a dangerous, and not saying that we're not going to have it, but this is a dangerous conversation in the space, because I don't think that was something that was really like scrutinized, right? Like,
no, of course. Look at Louis C.K. He got canceled because
he was beating up on the phone.
No, he asked women. When he got his rocks off on, he would say, "Hey, Lucille, would you mind if I jerk off in front of you?" And one of the women,
they said yes, and then they sued him for that.
Exactly, because they felt uncomfortable after the fact, because that doesn't make any sense. They found that. That's what I'm saying. So they would say Louis C.K. fucking sexually assaulted me because he jerked off and came in a corner on a rag. Well, I watched him. You understand what I'm saying? So we're on the slippery slope.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we got to look at it under a tougher microscope, because
we can't do this thing with feeling.
I feel like this. I know that's the thing. We gotta be less emotional into some of these things. The thing is that when you start talking about, like, feeling uncomfortable sexually, it's just it's an alarm that goes off in people's head.
But But that's what I'm saying. People need to understand. If you feel uncomfortable, guess what you do? You leave the situation. Now, if that person is holding you against your will, that's against the law. That's kidnapping. That's whatever. Holding you against your will. But if somebody says, hey, listen, I want you to put a mango around my dick and suck it. Like, wait, listen, it's not going down like that. I'm out.
Hold it down. Chill out. All right, listen.
That's what I'm saying. Is that we need transparency.
I don't even know how we're going to fucking chop this up. This shit is so fire. All right, let's get into some